Fourth method is zone refining. This method is based on the principle that the impurities are more soluble in the melts than in the solid state of the metal. Once again, impurities are more soluble in the melts than the solid metal. So, what we do in this method is a crude metal rod. This is the crude metal rod. The crude metal is converted into a bar which is heated at one end with a moving circular heater so that end melts and form molten zone or melt. As the heater is slowly moved along the length of the rod, the pure metal crystallizes out of the melt, whereas impurities pass into the adjacent molten zone. This process is repeated several times and is carried out in an inert atmosphere to prevent the oxidation of the metal. It is used for the purification of silicon, germanium, gallium, indium, etc., which is used as a semiconductor. So metals like silicon, germanium, gallium, and indium are purified or refined by zone refining method, in which the rod of crude metal is heated by means of a circular mobile heater. The circular mobile heater are drawn from one end to another end several times when the impurities melts and passes into molten zone. This is molten zone containing impurities, and the metal crystallizes out, pure metal crystallizes out of the metal like this. And it is carried out in the atmosphere of noble gas so as to prevent the oxidation of the element like silicon, germanium, gallium, and indium. The fifth method for refining is vapor phase refining, and in this method the metal first get converted into volatile compound with a suitable reagent at a lower temperature, and then that volatile compound is decomposed easily at higher temperature to give pure metal. So first requirement is the conversion of the metal into volatile compound in presence of suitable reagent, and then dissociation of the volatile compound at higher temperature to give pure metal. Vapor phase refining consists of two processes. One is called Mons process, which is used for the purification of nickel. In this method, the impure nickel metal is heated to 330 and 350 range temperature, Kelvin temperature range, in the current of carbon monoxide. That means nickel combines with carbon monoxide. Nickel is heated from 330 to 350 Kelvin in the current of carbon monoxide, when a volatile compound of nickel tetracarbonyl, NiCO4 is formed. And this volatile compound, nickel tetracarbonyl, dissociates to give pure metal at 450 to 470 Kelvin, and the carbon monoxide escapes out. So this is called Mons process. It is used for the purification of nickel. Another process consisting of vapor phase refining is the Van Arkel method. This method is used for the purification of titanium and zirconium. In this method, titanium and zirconium is heated with iodine to form their tetraiodide respectively, and then volatile tetraiodide is heated to high temperature to get the pure metal. It is Van Arkel method is used for titanium and zirconium, which consists of oxygen, nitrogen, etc. as an impurities. So first of all, zirconium and titanium. Zirconium is heated with iodine at around 870 Kelvin to give zirconium tetraiodide. This zirconium tetraiodide is heated in tungsten filament to 2075 Kelvin when pure zirconium ZR is obtained, and iodine being a supplement, the price is out. Likewise, titanium is also heated with the iodine sublimate at 523 Kelvin when titanium tetraiodide is obtained, and which is heated, then titanium tetraiodide is a volatile compound which on heating to 1700 Kelvin gives pure titanium and iodine. So this is vapor phase refining, and vapor phase refining is useful for the purification of nickel, titanium and zirconium. And the last one is the chromatography method. Chromatography method, this method is based upon the principle that different components of the mixture are adsorbed to a different extent on an adsorbent. Once again I am repeating, chromatography, sixth method is chromatography. This method is based upon the principle that different components of a mixture are adsorbed to a different extent on an adsorbent. It is of several types: column chromatography, paper chromatography, etc. Column chromatography is widely used, and in column chromatography there is a long glass tube that is acting as a column. Say for example burette, and near the stopper of the burette, glass wool is fixed, and then the adsorbent alumina or silica gel or cellulose powder etc. are fed into the burette to constitute the stationary phase that is called adsorbent. Then mixture of components in a suitable solvent is first made and pour onto the stationary phase. Different components of the mixture are adsorbed at the different levels, which are then eluted or removed by using a suitable solvent. And this chromatography method are used for such metals which are found in very small quantity. So these are the 6 methods of purification or refining of metals. First one is the liquefaction method. is based on the difference in fusibility of metal and impurity. When the impurities are less fusible than the metal, this method can be used, and it has already been explained to you that melting point of the metal is less than the melting point of the impurities. So using this technique, we can separate metals like tin, lead, bismuth by this method. Distillation method. Distillation is the process of conversion of liquid into the vapor. So this distillation process is used for the purification of zinc, cadmium, mercury, which has very low melting point. So these metals are converted into the vapor, and the vapor is then condensed in the separate receiver, and by which any impurities remain in the iron retort. Third one is the electro-refining method. This method is used for the metals, highly electropositive metals like aluminum, zinc, sodium, potassium, calcium, magnesium, uh, uh, Ag, Au. In this method, the impure metal rod is made anode, pure metal strip is made cathode, and they are inserted in the electrolyte of their own soluble salt. On passing the electric current, the metal ion from the salt get deposited on the cathode, and equivalent amount of the metal goes into the salt solution in the form of ions. Fourth method is zone refining method, which is used for the refining of silicon, germanium, gallium, indium, etc. And this is the zone refining means it is based on the principle that impurities are more soluble in melt than the pure metal. So what happened? The impure rod is heated by means of a circular mobile heater from one end to the another end. The heater is moved slowly. When the rod starts melting and the impurities pass into the molten zone, and the pure metal crystallizes out at one end, which is removed by cutting off. So this is the zone refining, and which is used for the purification of silicon, germanium, gallium, indium, boron, etc. Vapor phase refining, it is based on the principle uh, on the two requirements. First, metals are treated with a suitable reagent to convert it into the volatile compound, and that volatile compound at high temperature decomposes to release pure metal. So it is vapor phase refining constitutes two processes. One is the Mond process, which is for the nickel. Nickel is heated in the current of carbon monoxide at 350 to 350 Kelvin to give nickel tetracarbonyl, and when nickel tetracarbonyl is heated to up to 470 Kelvin, it decomposes to give pure nickel. Second one is the von Arkel method. In that, this method is used for the purification of titanium and zirconium. In this method, von Arkel method, the titanium and zirconium is first converted into their volatile compound zirconium tetraiodide and titanium tetraiodide by according to this reaction. Zirconium plus 2I2 870 Kelvin, ZrI4. This is zirconium tetraiodide, which on heating in presence of tungsten filament at 2075 Kelvin gives pure zirconium, and iodine vapor is escaped out. Titanium likewise react with iodine at 573 Kelvin to give titanium tetraiodide, which when heated to 1700 Kelvin, it gives titanium, pure titanium, and iodine vapor escapes out of the vessel. And sixth one is the chromatography method. This method is used in such case in which the presence of metal is in very little quantity, and this method is based on the principle that different components of the mixture are adsorbed to different extent on an adsorbent. So, chromatography has two phases. One is called the stationary phase, which is adsorbent, and other is called moving phase, which is adsorbent. So, the mixture of components is first dissolved in a suitable solvent and then poured over the column chromatography. Different components of the mixture are adsorbed at the different levels, and from there they are removed by the eluent suitable solvent to get the pure metal. So these are the 6 methods for the purification. In my next video, I will discuss about the principles of principle involved in the pyrometallurgy, that is Allingham diagram, thermodynamic criteria for reduction of crude metal using suitable reagent like carbon monoxide, aluminum. So which reducing agent is suitable, and what is the temperature variation at which the reduction will take place? This all will be dealt under the thermodynamic criteria of pyrometallurgy, and that we will understand by with the help of Allingham diagram in the next video. Thank you.